Hello and welcome to today's Goddess Energy class. I am so excited for this class because it is all about awakening your goddess energy, your empress energy, and it is just going to be ultra feminine. I mean, what could be better? So today for props, you don't really need anything other than your yoga mat. We're going to be combining yoga with a little bit of belly dancing. So I hope you are ready to get sexy and get feminine and just get into your body and enjoy what it means to be feminine and moving in that feminine way. So let's ignite that power, that feminine power, and I will see you on the mat. So we are going to get started right here, sitting on the mat cross-legged. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can have your legs out in front of you. You can also grab a yoga block and just place it underneath your hips to help feel more comfortable. And I just want you to close your eyes and I want you to just focus on your breath. So connecting with that feminine energy, that feminine power that we have, it really starts with the breath. So we're going to be doing some belly breathing. So I want you to take a deep inhale. Fill up your lungs, exhale completely. And as you're breathing, I want you to place one hand, your right hand, down on your navel and then your left hand on your heart. And just breathe. So as you keep breathing, I want you to try and move the breath down lower. So as much as you feel your chest and your rib cage rising, your heart, I want you to also feel your belly expand as you take the breath down into the very bottoms of the lungs. Feel the breath going all the way down, moving the belly forwards. As you breathe air, life, breathe fire into that area, almost down deep into your root chakra, into your womb. It's the start of all life. It's where the greatest form of creation begins. So a woman's ability and creative potential to create life is something to be honored. So just breathing down deep into that space of pure femininity and awakening it, inviting it to join you on this journey today. And when you're ready, just open your eyes. Good, and let's just place the hands onto the knees and we're going to start with some cat and cow. So we're going to inhale, push the chest forward, look up to the ceiling, and exhale, curl the spine, look back at the navel. You can rock back onto the hips. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, warming up that spine, using your breath. And just setting the intention to really get in touch with your feminine energy this class. Inhale, exhale. Let's increase the pace. Inhale, exhale. Creating almost a dance in the body using the breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Two more. Last one. And exhale. Good. Keeping your hands at your knees, I just want you to start to glide your chest side to side like a typewriter. Good. So we're not really tilting the shoulders. We are keeping the shoulders exactly parallel to the ground, and then we're just moving the rib cage side to side, almost from where your bra strap is and up, and we're just gliding that side to side. You can even bring your hands in prayer. Good. 3, 2, 1. Let's do some chest circles now. So this is kind of a mix between that sideways typewriter move and the cat and cow. So we're kind of pushing the chest out to the side, forward into cow, side and back into cat. And then we're just smoothing that out. So if you've done all those movements in isolation, you can definitely do a chest circle. Change directions. So I'm trying to keep my hands at the center of my chest, just connecting with your heart energy, your heart chakra, and think about swirling the energy around your heart, right? And then increasing your energetic field, your vibrational field around your body, radiating love outwards and around you. 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, we're just going to bring the hands down and we're just going to go into some side bends, just nice and easy, kind of bending, creating space in the sides of the body and the sides of the waist. If you want, you can take your other arm up overhead just to increase the stretch that you feel. And you can go at your own pace if you like to go a bit slower so you can really feel the muscles opening up, then you can. If you want to go a bit quicker to warm up more, you can also do that. 1 more each side. Good, and then just coming back to hands in prayer. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to twist side to side. So still keeping my hands in the center of my chest and using my upper back rotational muscles to rotate me. So feel the seat of your hips firmly into the mat and really just kind of rotating from the upper back. So above your navel, above your bra strap. 1 more each side. Good. Okay, let's combine those. So now we're going to twist and then we're going to do cat and cow in our twist. Good. So we're really kind of working on the heart center, the sacral center, the solar plexus, all these areas that kind of breathe fire, life force, energy, downwards and upwards. So the heart is kind of in the middle and it connects the lower chakras to the upper chakras. Good, twisting to the other side, cat and cow. And moving the chest in this way really kind of loosens up any energy that's been trapped in between the ribs. Good, 3 more, 2, 1. All right, now we're going to do a side bend. You can place your hands on your knees, on the floor, wherever you want to help you. And then we're just going to do a little twist. Actually, keep your hands in prayer. So you're in your side bend, and then we're just twisting. Small micro movements, just training our body to work in different unique ways. And again, the other side, side bend and twist. Good. So all these little different kind of movements are going to help us when we get into our belly dancing movements. Good. And coming up, taking a deep breath. And exhale down. Good. And let's come into all fours. So we're going to do some cat and cow, normal ones. So exhale, curling the spine, looking at the navel. And inhale, arch, look up to the ceiling. Push the floor away from you. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And let's go ahead and look over towards the right foot and then the left foot. And the right foot and the left foot. And the right foot and the left foot. Good. Let's do some circles. So you want to move your chest down, out, and around. And as you get comfortable with that movement, maybe you start to make it bigger, include the hips as well. And then as a final thought, you can move the head, get the head involved in little head circles. And it's more of just kind of a squirm. So there's no set way to do this movement. You're just kind of doing a mix between a head circle, a chest circle, and a hip circle. And change directions. So it starts off really nice and clean, and you know which direction your chest is going. And as it gets bigger, it gets messier, which is okay. And just moving the body the way that it wants to. Good. And getting the head involved. Head circles, chest circles. Good. Last 3, really enjoying the movement. 2 and 1. Good. And coming back to a neutral spine. And then we're just going to bring our left leg forward, and I'm going to just open up this heel to almost parallel to the short edge of my mat, and I'm going to bend the back leg. But if this is painful for you in any way, you can always bring your foot closer to your hips. And we're just going to be doing these mermaid sways. So just swaying over our front leg, trying to keep our spine as straight as possible. So mermaid is definitely a feminine pose. It evokes a sense of beauty and wonder and all those good things. Good. And then stopping there, and we're just going to twist. So we're just going to twist towards our front leg, so towards the left, and just kind of pressing our right knee down into the mat to ground us as we twist. And now we're going to twist the other way, and what I like to do is I like to just walk my foot to sort of the middle of my mat and then twist my elbow past, placing my upper arm into the sole of my foot, hands in prayer, and twist, look up. So always coming back to that nice prayer position, that heart center, reminding ourselves of our beauty and power as women. Good, and then slowly releasing out of that. You can keep your hands down on the ground, and let's just do some chest circles. So here you will get the hips more involved in this position. Difficult to isolate just the chest, change directions, which is okay because we want to think about spreading the energy outwards. Good. All right, and now bring your foot into a true pigeon, and you can extend the back leg, and we're just going to push up into down dog, and then we're going to bring the other leg into pigeon. Good, and again, down dog, you can stamp on the toes and pigeon. So starting to bring some blood flow and energy to the hips, and awakening the hips. That is the real powerhouse of femininity, the hips, the pelvis, the womb area. So of course, we want to get in there. And hold it with the right foot in front, or the right leg in front. All right, so in your pigeon, again, if it's available to you, you bring the right foot forward in line with the short edge of your mat, and we're just going to do those mermaid sways. Good. Good. That's it. 3, 2, 1, and into a twist. So I'm twisting over towards the right side. That's it. And unwind, just heel toeing my foot to the center of my mat, taking my right upper arm to the sole of my right foot, twisting the other direction, hands together in prayer, and twist. Good. And slowly coming out of that. Good, and let's just place the hands down onto the mat, and let's do those chest circles. Good, so you can bend the back leg, so that will really help you get into a nice deep circle and change directions. Good. 3, 2, 1. Okay, coming into a true pigeon, just feel that for a moment. Good. And let's go to down dog, and again pigeon. You can stay up onto the back toes. Pigeon. Good. Pigeon. Last one. And now what we're going to do is we're going to come into a low lunge. We're going to take a moment, just push the heart up, and then again back into down dog. Switch sides, so come into a low lunge. Push the heart up to the ceiling, maybe look back, and back into down dog. And another one. Good. And again. And low lunge. Let's hold it this side. All right, so you're in your low lunge, and I want you to go into an easy twisting lunge. So we're lifting right arm up to the sky and just twisting the rib cage up towards the ceiling. Good. Opening that heart. And if you want to go further, you can cross left elbow across right knee. Don't lose your balance. Bring the hands into prayer. Inhale, and exhale, push down. And this deepens the twist in the upper back. Drop those hips down, bend into the front leg, and twist. Good. And then slowly coming out of that. Good. And now what we're going to do is an extended twist. So you're going to take this hand and you're going to, if you can manage, you might need a block, but you're going to take your hand to the outside, your left hand to the outside of the right foot, stay in your low lunge, and you're going to lift your opposite hand up. So kind of like your easy twisting lunge, but just upping the ante a little bit. So testing your balance, really ground your feet into the mat. Inhale, exhale, look down at the mat. Now what you're going to do is you're going to press your left hand into the mat, get your balance, look down at the floor and lift the left leg up towards the sky, so you're in a crescent half moon twist. Good. So if you've got your balance and you've got your right arm up towards the ceiling, your left leg in the sky, you want to see if you can extend your gaze so that you can look up towards the ceiling. Half moon, twisted half moon. See if you've got it. Lift that back leg up to the sky, rotate one more time, and then slowly coming down. Good. Let's go into our phoenix wings of flight. So you're in a nice deep lunge, warrior one. You're up onto the back toes, and you're just going to scrape your fingertips across the floor, up to the ceiling, and then you're going to cactus the arms as you open the chest, bend the elbows into the hips. And now you're going to flip, you're going to go into hunchback, flip the hands up, and again, bend, scrape fingertips across the ground, and open like a bird, like a phoenix in flight. Phoenix wings of flight. Good. And exhale. So that sense of freedom, of beauty that you get from a bird in flight, I really want you to visualize that as you do this. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And last time, coming down, pushing back into your downward facing dog and holding it there for a moment. Just breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale all that stale air, all that trapped energy, get it out of the body. Good. Breathe. And stepping forward into your low lunge. Good. And just finding a moment there. Feel your hips open. Hold that lunge. Place your right hand down on the ground. Lift up the hips into easy twisting lunge on the other side. So stay nice and low, bend front leg, twisting the hips. Now you either hold it there, or if you want more, you go into a prayer twist. So right elbow across left knee, and push the hands down together in prayer. Deepen the hips towards the floor. Inhale, create space. Exhale, move into that space, twist. Good. All right, release the prayer, and you're going to take your right hand down to the outside of your left foot, and if you can, extending the left arm up towards the sky. All right, in an extended twist. Testing your balance. Maybe you need a block underneath your right hand. Hold it there, twist one more time. And then look down towards the mat. Bring your right hand just one pace in front of your left foot and step forward into your half moon twist. So once you've got your balance, lift that back leg up towards the ceiling as much as you can. Feel for lengthening the spine. If you need to have a block underneath your right hand, then that's what you do. And once you've got your balance, see if you can revolve your gaze up to the ceiling. Half moon twist, a tough one, invoking the energy of the moon, which is associated with the feminine in this half moon twist. Feel that light illuminate you from within in this position. Good, and then looking down. Good, and then slowly placing your foot down and coming up into a warrior one lunge. All right, we're gonna scrape the fingertips across the ground, lifting up, and phoenix wings of flight. Good, round the spine, and then arch the spine. Inhale, and And exhale, feel the beauty and the power as you envision a phoenix rising from the ashes in this movement. Good. 4 more here. 3. Use your breath. Last one. Hands come to the floor and stepping back into your downward facing dog, walk it out. If you need to, you take a breather in child's pose. So knees down to the mat, resting your forehead on the ground. Otherwise, just having some active rest here in child's pose. Good. Let's open the legs wide. So meet me back in down dog. Open the legs to mat width apart. And I'm just going to take my left hand to my right ankle. And I'm just going to twist. Good, look underneath your right shoulder. So doing a lot of twists to just unlock the energy in the heart center. Good, and coming back. And the other side, twist. Good, and back to center, back to downward dog. Breathe. And let's do that one more time. Open the legs, left hand to right ankle, twist. And in this position, cat and cow. So arching and rounding the spine. So just learning to move our upper body in different ways. Releases all kinds of trapped energy. And change sides. Right hand to left ankle, twist. Good, and cat and cow. Arch and contract, arch, contract. And it should feel quite interesting. It might feel wonderful, it might feel slightly uncomfortable, but just embrace whatever it is that's coming up for you. All right, we're going to step forward into a warrior one position. So lifting the arms up, feeling the chest extend. Breathe, and then we're just going to take the arms out to this, breathe. And then I just want you to take your left hand and grab your right wrist, and we're just going to bend over to the left and hold it there. Suck in the navel. I want you to think about lifting your right shoulder up towards the sky as you push your right heel down towards the earth. So feel a long line of extension and a deep stretching sensation in the right side body from the wrist all the way down to the right knee. Good, hold it there. Good, and coming back. And let's bring the arms into a prayer position, and we're just going to do some chest pops. Good, so a bit of like a cat and cow, just popping the chest forward and back in this position. Good, and let's do some chest circles. So nice and small this time because we're using our lower body to stabilize us. Change directions. Good, and here's where we start to get into our belly dance energy. 3, 2, 1. All right, if you need a break, just extend the leg and then bend it again when you feel that you've got the energy. Let's extend the arms in front of us. And we're just going to make soft snake-like arms. So we're rolling the shoulders and then just letting the elbows and the hands kind of follow the path of the shoulders. Just like that. Good. And maybe you want to add a little bit of a back bend, bending the back knee, dropping the head back and coming up. And try again. Dropping back and coming up. And let's take those arms out to the side, our snake arms. So nice and snaky. Good. And then we're just going to stop in the middle, and I want you to think about your shoulders. At any point, if you need to take a break and stretch the front leg, you can absolutely do that, and then come back down into your lunge. All right, we're going to roll the right shoulder forward, and then the left, like you're trying to kiss your shoulder, right? So you're just rolling one shoulder forward at a time, as far as you can. The hands, palms will flip up to the ceiling. And then just increase the speed. And as you increase the speed, you can decrease the range of motion. So instead of coming all the way forward, you just come halfway forward. And then the faster you go, eventually it becomes a shimmy a shoulder shimmy. So we're just rocking one shoulder forward at a time as fast as we can, and you can bend down and come up and down and up, and you're in a shoulder shimmy. I've got my arms bent. Good. Chest is open, and deep breath in. Good. Hold it there, straighten. Let's take it into a forward fold, sort of half triangle. Just breathe, hold it there. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, back into your lunge. You can have a bend in the back leg. And then what I want you to do is take your hands to your hips. And we're just going to be swaying the hips from side to side. And I want you to do it with a bit of a snap motion. So I want you to focus more on your right side, and I want you to think about lifting your right hip up towards the ceiling. So it's going out, but it's also going up. Good. Good. 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's do some hip circles. It's up. 3, 2, 1. Change directions. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's cross the right leg behind the left, staying on a sort of the knife edge of the pinky toe side. Lift the arms up. Grab the right wrist with the left hand, and you're just going to pull yourself up and over into another side bend. So really opening up the right side rib cage. Hold it there. Breathe. Good, and then coming back down again into your lunge position. All right, from here we're going to do some body waves. So we're kind of sliding our chest up and then dropping back into the pelvis. You can have your hands on your hips if that feels better. Good. 3 more. 2, 1, and let's reverse. So now we're going to tuck the pelvis and roll up. Start first by tucking the pelvis and rolling up. Tuck and roll. So ultra feminine movement, spinal articulation, belly dance, and just enjoying these body ripples. All right, good. Last thing, what we're going to do is you're just going to circle the wrists up to the ceiling and then change directions and circle them down. A bit like a Spanish dancer. Circle them up and change directions, circle them down. Like you're scraping butter out of a little bowl with your middle finger, and you're trying to scrape it all the way out, so let that middle finger really lead. Lifting up. Nice tall breath. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Good, and just hold it there. You can open your legs a little wider, soft bend, grab opposite elbows, and just sway side to side. Good. Gentle sways, just to release those legs and the spine. All right, find your right leg, bring it to the center of the mat, and step your left leg back and up into warrior one. Good. Sink those hips down, open up the heart, and then you're just going to grab your left wrist this time with your right hand and side bend. Open up the space between the left ribs, and really think about sinking your left heel down towards the mat, and a slight tuck in the pelvis to increase the stretch in the left side hip. Good. And then let's just bring the arms into prayer. And one more time, we're going to do our chest pops. So if you need to bend the back leg a little bit, straighten the front leg for a break, you can do all those things. Good. And let's go for our chest circles. I'm just going to face this way so you can see. Good. Little chest circles. And change directions. Good. And from there, we're just going to extend the arms forward, and we're going to do our snake arms. So rolling the shoulders backwards. Good, just like that. Soft bend in the elbows. Bend the back leg and see if you can go into a slight back bend, looking up to the ceiling. maybe even looking backwards and then coming up. And again, back bend, really pushing my hips forward, high up onto my toes to balance me. And then taking the arms out to the side. Good. So you've really got that goddess energy going. And again, arms up in the middle, pushing the shoulders forward one at a time and increasing the pace faster, faster, until you're in a shoulder shimmy. Elbows are bent. You can drop down and up just to make it a bit cheeky. Good. And then what I like to do is I like to roll one arm and then the other arm and one arm and the other arm. And maybe you take your wrist circles up and your wrist circles down and your wrist circles up. Good, and let's step up. So left leg comes behind the right foot. You're on the knife edge of the pinky toe side. Right arm grabs the left wrist and lateral bend. Good, just feel that bend. Feel that side bend, opening up the space between the ribs. Inhale. And exhale, stepping back. You can have your hands on your hips and let's just do some of those hip lifts. So we're going to rock the hips side to side to start off with. And then I really want you to focus on your back hip. So it should be your left hip. And we're going to lift it and lower it. So you're thinking about lifting it up to the sky. So from the back, as opposed to just swinging them side to side, you're lifting and lowering the left hip. That's what we're doing. Good. And now let's do some hip circles. 2, 3, 4. Change directions. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's do some body waves. So we're going up, leaning back, and then tucking the pelvis at the end. Body ripples. Good. You can have the arms out to the side and just let them be soft. And really using the legs to help you in this movement. And reverse. So you tuck the pelvis first and then unfold through the rest of the chest. Bend down, tuck the pelvis and unfold. And then just kind of smooth it out. Good. 3, 2, 1. Good. And we're into our final peak of the class. So we are going to step back and come into our goddess pose, which is like a sumo squat or almost like a grand plie in ballet. Hands are together in prayer, and we're just going to do our cat and cow or chest pops. Good. So I really want you to think about opening the hips in this posture. You still want to zip up the lower abs so that you're not arching too much in the lower spine, and just come down as low as what you can maintain, knees open wide instead of conking in like that. And let's do our chest slides. So goddess pose, really feeling your goddess energy here coming out. And let's do our chest circles. 2, 3, 4. Change directions. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. You're going to rise up, find your right arm and swing it underneath your left arm into eagle arms. Good. Inhale, exhale, sink down low. And let's just twist. We're twisting to the right. Inhale, twist to the left. Inhale, twist to the right and hold. Good. From there we can do little lateral bends. Just backwards to the right. Good. And chest pops, forward and back. Just moving our body in different ways. Good. And extend the arms up. Find your left arm, swing it underneath your right, and sink down low. And now we're going to twist to the left, center, right, center, left and hold. Hold it there, and lateral bend. Good. And chest pops. Come to upright in your twist. And chest pops. 2, 3, 4. Good. Arms come up. We're going into a warrior two position. So we're turning our left leg, our feet, our toes to face the front and our right leg to face the side. And leaning over, push your thigh away from you. Open into that side angle. And we're just going to take the arm forward, around and back. Forward, around and back. You can even use your hand instead of your elbow on your thigh so you can get a greater range of motion. And let's reverse that. Good. So coming forward, past the right leg and back. And forward, past the right leg and back. Last time. And let's end in our side angle. Good. And coming up, turn both legs out. Inhale, exhale, coming down into a nice deep goddess lunge. And I want you to drop your right shoulder forward into a twist. Let's also pop up the right heel and really feel for dragging your right knee away from your right hip using your hand. So really kind of creating space in the hip socket. Good. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, coming down. Roll the left shoulder in. And then popping up onto the left toes, pushing that left knee away from the left hip socket. Good. Create space in the hips, create openness. Good. And then holding it there, hands on the hips, little circles. Good. We're going to do circles up and circles down and circles up and circles down. Change directions. Circles up, circles down. Good. And down. Hold it there. Let's go into our warrior two. So turning the right toes forward, leaning over, push that thigh away from you. And let's go forward, out to the back and around and forward. Just nice warrior two upper body circles. And imagine you're kind of stirring energy all around you, creating a whirlpool of rainbow light around you. And change directions. Good. So I really like to visualize all these things, energy within my body, energy around my body, and how you as a woman, as a being, can affect this energy. Good. Sending out love and receiving love back. Good. And coming up, and then the last thing that we're doing for today, nice and easy, hips are wide, toes face more or less forward. We're just going to do some big hip circles. So I want you to imagine that you're standing in a giant witch's cauldron and your hips are the spoon stirring the pot. Good. And change directions. So just really getting into those hip joints. And let's kind of make it more dancey. So you're going to use your arms. They fold in towards the navel and around. And in and around. Good. And in and around. That's it. And let's just do the semicircle at the back. So instead of bringing our hips forward, we're just bringing them back and around, standing up. Back and around, standing up. Good. And now you can make it a bit more playful. So we stand up and we pop the hip. Round, pop the hip. Around, pop. Good. And maybe you can use some arms. Around and pop. Around and pop. Good. It's like you're pulling the string on a bow and arrow towards the side that you're going. That's it. And now maybe you can look over your back shoulder as you do it. So it's going to look like this. Look over your back shoulder. Look over. Kind of cheeky. That's it. And maybe you can flick your hair as you do it. And really pop that hip. So from the front, swing the hair, pop, swing the hair, pop, swing the hair, pop, and swing the hair, pop. Good. All right, let's circle those wrists. Inhale and exhale, goddess, as deep as you can. Inhale and exhale, and reverse. Inhale and exhale, and inhale, palms together, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale. And last one, deep breath in, walk your feet together, find your center. Say a big thank you to yourself for honoring, acknowledging, and activating the goddess in you, the feminine warrior inside of you. I hope that you enjoyed this class. And if you would like another workout just like this one, please do let me know in the comments below. I would love to create more of these. And I will see you in our next workout.